Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Scott Sports 101 late game, post game show, and Sunday Night Football pregame show. Um, well, the Browns lost to the Baltimore Ravens, 26-24 at M&T Bank Stadium of Baltimore. They were down 20-7 at halftime, and then they battled back, and they were down 23 to 17 going into the fourth quarter, and then the Ravens' field goal was 26-17, and then the Browns scored another touchdown, and it was 26-24. And in the final seconds, though, in the final 2 minutes, the Browns, it was just before it got to and then Baker Mayfield threw an interception, but tried to throw a pass to Njoku, but it got intercepted by the Ravens. And all the Ravens had to do was take a knee and run out the clock, and they win. And they go into they get into the playoffs, and Pittsburgh season's right now, it looks like it's over. But if the Colts and Titans tie tonight on Sunday Night Football, then the Pittsburgh can get in that way. But there's a tad of hope for the Steelers fans and Steelers and their fans for them to get in. But the Browns did look good, and they played all right today, but they do not get the win, and they fall to 7-8-1. The Ravens go to 10-6. But hey, this season has been an improvement for the Browns versus last season, by far. So you've got to give credit to that. And there is one Brown that's going to get a game ball, and that is going to be Nick Chubb, because he played very well today. 9 carries and 24 yards. So I'm going to give one to Nick Chubb. But the game ball by far goes to Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson. You get it, Lamar. 17 of 37 carries, 179 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions. So you get the game ball, Lamar. So, by far you get it. And in the other late games, the Seattle Seahawks beat the Arizona Cardinals 27-24. The LA Rams beat the San Francisco 49ers 48-32. The LA Chargers beat the Denver Broncos 23-9. The Minnesota Vikings beat the Chicago Bears. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. They should switch that. The Chicago Bears beat the Minnesota Vikings 24-10 at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And I already told you the Ravens beat the Browns 26-24. The Philadelphia Eagles beat the Washington Redskins, shut them out 24-0 at FedEx Field in Washington. The Steelers lose to the Bengals 16-13, but the Bengals' playoff hopes are basically shattered. They're done. And and in the early games, we'll go back and we'll get the early games one more time. The Buffalo Bills beat the Miami Dolphins 42-17. The Carolina Panthers beat the New Orleans Saints up 33-14 at Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The Dallas Cowboys beat the New York Giants by 1, 36-35. The Atlanta Falcons beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 34-32 by 2 points in Tampa. On one side again, the Patriots all over the New York Jets 38-3. The Detroit Lions shut out the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field 31-0. And the Houston Texans beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. 20-3, and those are basically your early and late game scores. And I feel that the Titans have the edge in this game because they're playing in Nashville, and I really feel the Titans have the edge in this game. And with the picks of the week right now, I am 9-5 right now. and my brother-in-law is 11-4. So he is basically one of the picks. There's no way I can catch him. So basically, he is one of the picks, and I really would have liked to have seen the Browns win today. But in the Cotton Bowl Classic, the Alabama Crimson Tide beat actually in the Cotton Bowl Classic, a one-sided game. Clemson beat Notre Dame 30-3 yesterday in the Cotton Bowl Classic, and we'll see. They will advance it, and we'll see what happens if they qualify if Clemson does or not. In the FedEx Orange Bowl, Alabama beat Oklahoma 48-35. Those are two of your bowl game scores I wanted to just fill you in on that are contenders for the national championship. I wanted to fill you in on those. But next week, the Ravens will face the Chargers in a wild card game, and so we'll see. And there'll be other 8 wild cards. There's wild card games Saturday and Sunday this week, and I'll keep you posted for that when it comes up and when I can find out this week when they become available. Well, getting back to today's Browns game, I felt the Browns didn't look all that great, and I was hoping that they would have gotten a win. They would have thrown. He would have thrown it to one of the Browns, and it would have been complete. There were a few plays there was one play that wasn't challenged, and the Browns did have an interception in the first quarter before they scored their first touchdown. And I gotta tell you, they did not look that great being down, but then they did battle back, but were not able to get the win with that interception coming in the fourth quarter. So, but it is an improvement. 7-8-1. It's an improvement from last season, and we Browns fans will take it. But next year, I think the Browns are going to make the playoffs next year. So we'll see. Well, that's going to wrap it up for the Scout Sports 101 late game, post game show, and Sunday Night Football pregame show. I will have a Sunday Night post game show when the Sunday Night Football game has concluded. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day, in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.